Hey friends, I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just sitting here about to finish doing my nails. You all know that if you've been following me, one of the things I do to save up on some bucks is to do my own manicure. This will focus here. So I'm just here doing my gelish, and I thought, you know what, let me just catch up with everyone and find out how everybody is doing and catch you up what's been happening on my side. So it's been a crazy time. I hope you're all keeping safe. I'm just excited that 35 and above is gonna vaccinate, which is my age group. I'm so excited. I've already registered. Please don't come for me in the comments about why vaccination is not good. This is not what this video is about or why it's good. I'm just catching you all up on what's happening in my world. So it's been a while and I haven't been here for a while. So what's been happening on our side is we have been in a very good space. We've been just living normal lives, each going to work. One of the main things that we're focusing on, or one of the main goals we're focusing on now, is saving up to buy our forever home, a home that we can just grow old in and, you know, just live there and raise our kids like a forever home. It hasn't been a walk in the park trying to start this process or get this process started. If you have been following me for a little while, I haven't been doing this YouTube thing for a while. It's only been about 2 years and I get here on and off. But for those who've been following me, you all know that we started following the Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps to financial freedom. And the main thing with the Dave Ramsey's baby steps to financial freedom is you completely stay away from debt. That's one thing. Like, debt is wrong. And sometime after the lockdown and after the first hard lockdown, when I lost some income and all of that, I realized that I need to do some trigs on this process or this following of Dave Ramsey, not because I had anything against it, but because, if you know, it suggests that you save just a little bit of an emergency fund, then you pay all your debt, then you can concentrate on creating or saving a large amount of an emergency fund, which when the hard lockdown or when this pandemic hit, I realized that this process is a bit backward, because when you are literally caught with your pants down, meaning when something like this pandemic, when it happens and you only have a little bit of a emergency fund, you can really struggle. So I decided to put hold or trick the Dave Ramsey's process a bit, and we focus on saving a larger emergency fund. And I say this to tell you that I've come to a point again where I'm questioning Dave Ramsey's 7 steps to financial freedom, where we were now trying to start the process of buying a house, because we are people who've stayed away from debt almost of our life. Like, my husband has had a credit card, he's had a bit of a personal loan here and there, but nothing too hectic. I myself have ever only had a car loan. I had never really owned a credit card because, you know, according to the school of thought, the financial school of thought that I was following, which is the Dave Ramsey's school of thought, credit cards were part of debt and they were deemed evil. So I've never myself owned a credit card. I've never had a store clothing account. I'm in my mid-30s. No, in fact, let me not even give away my age, but I'm old enough to have had some form of decent debt, but the only debt I've ever had is truly and honestly just my car loan. And when we started trying to get this process, so obviously as we started this process, my husband stopped having a credit card. We paid off all our whatever personal loans he had, and we were really clear of any form of debt. And if you've somebody who's purchased a house before, is people get turned down on mortgages by banks, not mainly because of their budget, but mainly because of a credit score. And if you're someone who doesn't have debt, or who doesn't have an activity that shows that you can pay back debt in a responsible way, your credit score remains low. So this is where I feel like this whole process of Dave Ramsey failed me. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking this is what, here I was thinking not having debt is actually a wonderful thing. It is wonderful to live debt free, but it has its downsides, and which is, you know, making your credit score low. So the reason I'm telling you this is because now when we started the process and tried to, you know, go towards, you know, purchasing our forever home, we realized that our credit scores were really, really low. And not because we're in debt, but because we don't have debt. How crazy is that? How crazy is that you live your life trying to, you know, pay cash for everything you own, obviously, apart from the big things, but trying to stay away from debt as much as possible and living as frugally as possible. And you are ready to purchase a home and you find that the banks cannot trust you. I thought me having, for example, a car loan was enough for the banks to see that I'm somebody who can pay back, you know, credit or loans responsibly, but apparently that's not enough. We do have to have some small activities in terms of little debts here and there to improve our credit score. So that's where we are right now. To be honest with you, I am so impatient because where we live right now, we've outgrown this place quite a lot, and I feel like it's time. It's time for us to go out and find our forever home. And I feel like it was a slap in the face to realize that, you know, our credit scores are not where they really need to be. We didn't get declined or apply and got declined yet. No, it was just through advice that we got when we wanted to start the process to say, you know what, before you even start applying and all of that, try to improve these credit scores, because you will be better off when you start this process with better looking credit scores than the ones that you have right now. So that's where we are right now. Our main focus is, while we save up for what could be a down payment or what could be transfer duty costs or whatever, but we're trying to put away some money to assist us towards purchasing our forever home. And while we do that, we're also trying to focus on improving our credit scores. And to be honest with you, I've been so impatient, and I try to keep myself distracted by doing other things so that I don't have to think about this too hard. And if you have advice on how to rapidly get that credit score up quickly, please leave that in the comment section below, because I'd really appreciate to know any tricks that you guys have to try to get it up as quickly as possible. Our aim is to our goal is to be able to really get serious about the process of purchasing a home beginning of next year, God willing. And we're giving ourselves, I don't even know if a year is long enough to improve your credit score in a way that's really noticeable, but that's the goal that we have. And I'm trying to watch what we can do. I'm not even gonna give you guys what it is that we're doing, because we're learning as we go. I can't even give advice yet on how to improve your credit score, because at this point the steps that we're taking haven't really drastically changed our credit score, because it's we've only recently started. It's just been a few months where we are really trying to get into this thing of improving our credit score. Yeah, so that's where we've been. I like to tell you the truth, when I say I've been so impatient, I don't even get motivated to get the house that we live in right now, to get it nice. I'm someone who loves to get a house looking pretty, and I switch things around every now and then so I don't get bored. But I've been so demotivated to even try to buy anything new for this house. I can't, whenever, just to give you an example, we've had a fridge for quite a long time. That fridge was old. Let me tell you how old it was. It was white. That's how old it was. If you own a white fridge, you understand how old it is. So the reason I say that there's nothing wrong with white fridges is just that, you don't find them in shops anymore, especially, not as easily as you do the stainless steel ones. Those are the ones that you find in the shops now. So we still had a very old fridge that is older than actually both my kids. And this fridge was falling apart. To be honest with you, we had enough to be honest with you, we could really easily purchase a new fridge just like that. But I refused to buy a new fridge because of where we are living now. It's like, I'm not buying anything new in this house until we move. So I feel like I'm living in this forever limbo state of when we move, where I'm struggling to even just enjoy my life right now because I'm so over it. I feel like we've outgrown this place. I'm over it. I just want to move into a house where we can just forever. I don't know if you're someone who, if you're watching and you understand me, and maybe you are in limbo as well, where you feel like you're in this transition mode where you can't really fully enjoy where you are because you're looking forward to get into a certain place. That's where I am with this house thing. So back to the fridge, I literally refused to buy a new fridge. This fridge started to do water, like it would moist up, and in the crisper where you put vegetables, you'd find that water has collected in there. It was always froze, like it freezes in a strange way in the freezer, and other times the top part would actually have some frost crystals as well. But I was telling my husband, I will not buy a fridge here because when we move, I don't know where we get the house, and when we move, I really don't know what the dimensions of the fridge space will be, so I don't want to buy a fridge here. Let me tell you a funny story. This other time my son opened the door to this fridge and the door just came crashing down. It fell. It almost hurt him. Like, this is no joke. The fridge door fell. And my husband looked at me and was like, no, we have to figure out a way to fix that door because I am not buying another fridge. I'm not buying any new appliance for this place that we live in until we move to our new house. So that's the space that I was. And my husband, to be honest, tried his best to try to fix the door, screwed it in, put tape. Guys, I know it's embarrassing and I know I'm airing our dirty laundry, but that's what happened. And we were using this fridge like that with tape on it and all of that. The fridge door fell for the second time, and it was still my son who was opening it, and my son is only 5. As you can imagine, I realized that, you know what, this is now a hazard, in a way, a safety hazard. Somebody could really get hurt. And I eventually gave in, and I was like, you know what, it's fine, let's go get a fridge, let's go get a new fridge. But I say this just to explain that I'm living in this constant limbo of, when we finally move, I'll do this, when we finally move, I'll do this. And even a carpet, something as easy as a carpet, I have a wonderful nanny who helps us here in the house, and she tried to wash our carpet in the living room, and she's adamant. I usually take it to where they wash. It's like a garage near us. It's a garage, a car wash near us. They usually, because it's just a rug, an area rug, it's not a wall-to-wall carpet. They usually do such a good job cleaning that carpet at the car wash next to us. And I took it recently, and it came back, and the lady who helps us, helps us with cleaning here in the house, was like, no, they didn't do a good job. It just won't get clean. And she tried to scrub it again, do some whatever she was trying to do, and she kept saying, I'm not gonna put it on, I'm not gonna put this carpet because I feel like it's just not clean, it just won't get clean. I took it back to the car wash again because they're able to use that heavy thing. I don't know if I should get somebody who specializes with carpets, but in honest truth, I just said to her, I'm not even gonna try to take it back again because this carpet is just old. It's old. No matter how often or how much we try to clean it again and clean it again, the reason is it's just an old carpet. So she rolled it up and put it on. I was like, I refuse to put it because every time I look at it, it just I can't even look at it because I feel like it's just not properly clean. And I was like, it's just cause it's old. It's old and it just needs to be replaced. I promise you, this entire winter I haven't bought a new carpet. Our lady just rolled it up and put it outside on the balcony. It has not come back into the living room, and I promise you, I keep going back and forth with myself to be like, should I get a new carpet? It's winter, the kids are cold, they're stepping on this cold tiles. But I refuse. I was like, I'm gonna buy a rug and then we're gonna move, and we're gonna find that it's not a great fit to wherever new place that we're gonna fit. So we live in a living room that doesn't have carpet now. So that's where we are. I'm in this constant place. I'm in this place where I'm constantly looking forward to when we move, and we haven't really even identified a house. Our credit scores are not where they need to be. I'm so impatient, and I feel like I'm not really living life to the fullest. So that's the update, guys. That's the tea. Again, if you know any tricks and how to get your credit score up and running or improve it as quickly as you can, just leave it in the comment section below. Like I said, I'm not going to go into what steps we are taking because we're still learning, so I don't want it to sound like it's advice, because I'm in no position to advise anyone on this process because I'm still new in it myself. So I'll keep you updated on to how things are going with the credit score, and I hope to just capture this process of when we try to start house hunting and all of that. I don't even want to promise that because I don't know how far that it is. Our goal is to start that by beginning of next year, obviously given and provided that our scores are where it's advisable to start this process with. So that's how we've been. Again, don't forget to just drop your advice in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate it from you guys if you could just advise your girl. How does one get that credit score? Apart from a credit card, I know that it's one of the best advisable ways to get your credit score up by getting a credit card. Apart from that, what advice can you guys give to help a sister out? Like I'm saying, I'm not living. I am not living. I'm impatient. I want to get this thing done as soon as possible. Yeah, so leave in the comment section below if you're somebody who's found yourself in my position where you are ready budget wise to proceed with purchasing a home, but your credit scores are not where they are supposed to be. How did you get them up quickly? So thanks, guys. I hope everybody's keeping safe and keeping well wherever you are. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.